Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Movie Madness, and we are talking about that incredible first episode of Dune Prophecy. And guys, when I tell you that HBO has found a way to bring the epicness of the Dune movies to a TV show and just give us so much mystery and intrigue into this, I applaud them. I mean, obviously, nobody else probably could have done it and pulled it off like HBO. VFX were absolutely amazing. Characters were so incredible. The cast. I mean, this first episode literally grabs you from the first moment it starts all the way to that crazy ending. Again, this is a spoiler-free review, so not going to be given too much details, but however, I am going to talk about some of the Easter eggs that, talk about the original Dune movies, and probably from the books as well too, because this is based off of the books of the same name, and as well as where did these characters start leading us down this crazy path. So now, one of the major plot points of the original Dune movie is basically this rivalry between the Harkonnens and the Atreides. Now, in the movies, the Atreides seem like these noble warriors that kind of follow the rule of, the Imperium and whatever is being told to them, while the Harkonnens are very heartless, barely looking human. They're the ones in charge of the spice on Arrakis before things kind of switch around. And this show really gives us, like, literally first 10 minutes explained to us, like, where did this rivalry actually start. And again, this show takes place 10,000 years before Paul Atreides is born, so it definitely gives us a path of how everything kind of led up to where we ended up in the movies. And I absolutely loved it. It just gave us so much information without giving us everything. Like, it still has enough to like build us up for the next coming episodes, but it really all made sense, honestly, in those first 10 minutes when they start explaining like the history between the Atreides and the Harkonnens. And of course, we have our main character, who is the Reverend Mother of the Bene Gesserit, or, well, they're not called the Bene Gesserit just yet. They're called like the Sisterhood, or Truthsayers is another name that they go by, and her name is Valia. Now, Valia is a Harkonnen as well, so that's another interesting point, is that although Paul Atreides was our main person in the Dune movies, we are actually seeing this story play from the side of the Harkonnens, and the fact that the Reverend Mother, the one in charge of everybody, is a Harkonnen is kind of like a major deal. And we follow her as she basically turned the Sisterhood into what we know it from the Dune movies, because at first they were more of, yes, trying to advise the great houses, but at the same time, very religious, while she turned it more into like a secret society of these women that can fight, that can basically be assassins if need be, and use their abilities to guide everything and all these houses into the path that they want them to go to. And it's just crazy to see like what these girls have to go through before they're allowed to be truthsayers for these houses, and to see the process as it's building up. I mean, guys, this show really does a great job in showing us all of those behind the scenes of what's going on in this crazy universe, honestly. Now, during this time, the Imperium is ruled by House Carino, and they're the ones, in charge of the spice, in charge of everything on Arrakis. And it does seem like there is some turmoil because of the other houses not really taking his rule to heart, basically. So, of course, the Truthsayers, or the Bene Gesserit, however you want to call them, they advised to do this wedding, with the eldest daughter, with the son of one of the other houses, to kind of strengthen the relationship. And that's when we're introduced to another main character in this show, called Inez Carino, she is next in line for the throne, but in this deal kind of also allows her to not only get married but go to the school of the Bene Gesserit and actually become a truthsayer herself before her soon-to-be husband. He's 9 years old, which again weird, but it gives them time to train her before he becomes of age to actually take over the throne kind of thing himself, but that way she can kind of control him. And yeah, so we're just introduced to all these different characters, and we are also introduced to our antagonist of the show. His name is Desmond. Now, Desmond is a soldier who was on Arrakis, and for all intents and purposes, I guess they thought he was dead, and he comes back, and he's just got this strange aura around him. He just feels like something's off, and you see by the end of the show that, yeah, something is crazy and something is awful. Not by the end of the show, but by the end of the episode. And I mean, I love the actor they chose to play him, to play this character, and he does deliver this kind of sinister aura to this character, and I'm super excited to see like where this leads to and how this shapes the rest of the show, because there's so much going on. And again, this is 10,000 years before the first Dune movie, so there's some events that led up to what happens there, and I'm really excited to see like where this show takes it and like how far things are willing to go. This show definitely gives us so much, from visually to storytelling to intrigue to mystery. I mean, I like to pride myself on trying to figure out things like as they progress, but for a show to kind of keep me guessing, even, I mean, this is episode 1, but sometimes, they kind of like, oh, I know where this is going. I have no idea. And I've never read the books, so I don't know the source material too well. But I did enjoy the first 2 movies, Dune Part 1 and Part 2. And I'm super excited for this show to kind of expand the universe, per se. And just see where it goes, man. This is a really good show. I would definitely recommend you guys watching it. If I had to rate it, I normally rate movies, but if I'm rating the show, man, 5 out of 5. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Well, guys, that's going to be the end of it for me. Like I said, I don't want to give you any spoilers about it, only that you definitely need to watch it. If you've been a fan of the first 2 movies, if you're a fan of the books, please watch this show. This show delivers 10 times fold. It's great. And yeah, so definitely on my watch list, and I can't wait to see what else they bring to us. All right, guys, you guys have a wonderful night, and like always, I'll see you guys on the next one.